What's up and welcome to episode 62 of How Not to Summon a Podcast. As always, I'm Sheeny Senpai, and this week I'm joined by the guy who got harder as the nips got harder, Jim.
Damn fucking right I did.
And that guy who has applied to be a Keijo referee, Grayson.
Yeah, it's the best job. It's the best job.
And this week we are finishing Keijo with episodes 7 to 12.
And there is no way on earth we can call this show educational.
This is educational. This is a very well thought out, respected reviewer's critique.
We are thorough.
We are very thorough.
We get in there.
We highlight those nips.
Not as much as this show does, but we highlight
all those nips and crannies, basically.
Fucking part 2.
Crannies. How old are you?
Normally shows go south. This one went north, didn't it? Jesus.
Fuck, it did, didn't it?
Nip
Right, anyway,
Central.
hold on, let's get into it.
So, let's jump into episode 7. We left off when the group were all at the special training camp that they, the privileged got over the
with the pros.
with the pros. And it opens with Nozomi. She's just been told that she's got a flaw in the previous episode. And it opens with her stripping off, butt naked, as Sayaka walks in the room. And she's asking Sayaka about her body. Is there something wrong with my body?
I love this.
Is there something wrong with my nips?
There's something wrong with your technique. Is my nipples too dark? What are you talking about, love? What do you mean?
And then she's like, is it my butt? And Sayaka's all flustered and
Runs away.
She's looking for whatever this flaw is. It was obvious it's not physical.
Grayson's outside the window going, "I'll help you."
Oh, no, I guess it is
You
physical.
need a referee.
It is physical, isn't it?
Bashes down the door. Sports scientist here. Don't worry about it.
We as experts.
I brought Lucas aid.
A flaw, you say?
I have oil to help you.
We also see that Sayaka tries to drop some advice to Nozomi. She says, "Look, watch the trainer closely and you'll pick up what she's putting down." Basically, like
You need to choose
She
your
needs
words.
to pick up what's coming up.
Choose your words carefully in this one.
we cut to some more training. Their next training session is that they're walking against the current of a stream.
Bashing sticks out of the way with their katars.
Kyoko, the trainer, is just like hands on head, smashing lumps of driftwood.
We appreciate the sound effects. They're like, they're not like whack, whack. It's like someone got punched in Dragon Ball Z.
And Nozomi tries to replicate it, and like she keeps falling over and everything like that. She finds out that the flaw that she's been looking for is that her butt, because of this suit and all the extra training she's been doing, her butt has become too big, and she's not
Not a flaw.
She's not
Let
using.
me educate. Not a flaw.
She's not using the full potential of this new.
It works for other
bigger
girl who's
butt.
got the cushion for the pushing.
Yeah, but hers is. She's got muscular big butt.
I thought it was soft, wasn't it? Because it absorbs everything.
That thing's a marshmallow butt. They even call it the marshmallow butt.
And
It's a
we
secret
get.
weapon that'd work on me, let me tell you.
And we
Put
get.
those buns over the fire.
So if we remember, the episode 6 ended with Sayaka in the tight training suit, and she mentions her boobs, doesn't she? You see, everyone gets that suit now, so that it's all part of everyone else's training. So Nozomi had a head start on everybody else by getting this suit first. Everybody else has a chance in it, and some of them can use it straight away. Like Mio uses it straight away. She doesn't even. We don't ever see her full potential, by the way.
No.
This so-called ranked number 1 player who had to use a special technique.
You mean
to
the blonde
cheat.
one?
Yeah. We never really see her full potential in this entire show.
She never
But do you
ever
think it's
gets...
because she's ranked number 1 because she cheats?
No, I think
No,
there's more
that's
to her
that's
that they
the
just
playoff.
do not show you.
But in the end credits, she doesn't show up in the...
I think there's a
She
lot.
goes to a different school.
Yeah, she
exactly.
does. Yeah, but
so
I
we
think
won't follow her.
they were setting up for a season 2, weren't they?
Easily, yeah.
Did they have a season 2?
No.
Damn.
Not that I look.
Nailed.
Replay time it is.
The next day, Nozomi is taken away by Kyoko to do some special training. And it's to learn a special technique called the butt flash, which is some sort of quick whip around butt move that pulls turnips out of the ground without breaking them. And Nozomi now has to do this butt flash and pull these turnips and not break them. And if she breaks them, then the school has to buy the turnips. That was the agreement.
You know, we were talking about in the last one, the Mr. Miyagi shit.
Yeah.
This is
Wax
the
on,
Mr.
wax
Miyagi shit right here.
The turnip on, turnip off.
There's
Also,
a lot of turnip pulling in.
How
They
is
fucking
this-
turnip up, don't they?
It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke.
This podcast is a bad joke. What are you talking about?
I'll make sure to edit the description of the show. But how is this equalising her out? If she's all weighted to her butt, she says, "Oh, we need to
Be gentle with the weight of it.
It's
I
about
guess.
using the muscles. And it's called a butt flash. I guess it's the whole point is you utilise all those muscles to whip the turnip out before it can break.
Gently.
In a quick, swift,
Controlled
fluid
movement.
Yeah, I get that, but like, surely what you should be doing is balancing it out between top and bottom.
But she doesn't know how to because she's trying to force the turnips out of the ground, which is breaking them. She doesn't know about the movement and...
Yeah, I get that. Maybe she. I just think that she should have that training. Plus,
Don't get
she
me
should
wrong.
have the training.
None of this
for,
makes
like-
any fucking sense.
No,
you're,
no.
You're right in
None.
sense of well, that's not really helping her floor in any way,
Surely
shape,
just
or
the
form. It's
squats
just
are going to make it bigger.
it's just teaching her a new technique, isn't it? That's all
Yeah.
it is.
It's just be gentle with your ass.
By the way,
for the
wh-
God's sake, be gentle with your ass.
When Kyoko shows her how to do it, she does the whole twist and pull, right? Why does Nozomi spend the whole time yanking it out by like squatting and thrusting upwards when clearly the
Go on,
technique was
go
supposed
on.
to be pulling
No,
it
no, go on,
sideways?
go on.
Well, I'm just saying.
Zip, go on. No, go on.
Anyway, she's at it for like 4 hours, can't do it. She's breaking loads of turnips. You get a little bit of backstory about Kyoko next. She talks about the fact that she is fighting really hard to achieve the S rank. So now we found out that there's some sort of alphabetical ranking system, like a superhero.
Yeah, it
Like
goes from D to S.
an S rank is you're the best, one of the best Keijo players.
It always seems like there's an S rank.
Do you reckon there's a title?
Japan.
Japanese love their super rank.
Yeah.
That's why it's a super rank.
Like,
Fuck knows why.
we normally have like A to D or F or G sort of thing, but we never go to S
Any more
after
letters you want to
A.
throw in on there?
A double A.
There's a U, ungraded.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, but they don't do that anymore.
No,
It's one
it's
to
1 to
fucking
5.
5.
You got to get that participation.
Do you think
We
couldn't
A to
read
P.
your words?
So A to
But you
P.
wrote your name at the top, so we'll give
You.
you got a summit. Good job. Your name is A.
I watched some ASDF today, and it was like,
Fuck.
you failed at spelling. Cool, I got an A, and he's got an F on it. I was like, quality.
But do you think there's titles then in the pro ranks? Like you're the top of A rank. You've got
Yes.
the A
Surely there
title.
should be.
I
Like,
imagine it would work the
featherweight,
same way
yeah.
as our fucking football leagues do. Top ones get promoted, lesser ones from
Yeah.
the top leagues go down.
Nations League style, I think, more of. So, like,
somewhat.
you go into those little small leagues in their areas, which is what they do.
I
don't
guess
they?
it. Do you reckon it stops at C though?
Yeah,
No,
I
it
think
starts
so.
at D.
Do-
At the end, when she says,
Oh, yeah, D1.
I'm left school. I'm in D rank."
No, she. I'm sure
think
she
that's
doesn't-
region.
I don't think she gets D rank.
Yeah. I think it's like D1 for
That's,
the
I
region.
think that's like the lowest professional you can be is a D rank.
I'm sure she starts higher than D. I did write it down. We'll come to it, but I'm not
B1?
sure.
I thought it was D. It might have been
It might
D,
have been D.
but I thought it was D.
But yeah, so
give it
basically,
a
you
D
think it's
rank.
like a in a league table. It's like a league table.
Not an official ranking.
But there is a medal.
But he is an expert.
No champagne though. That's not what explodes on you.
Like, I'm not sure how much I can keep in on this. Like,
The whole thing.
He's confirmed that he keeps a cork in it though. So we see Nozomi. She practices all the way through nightfall till nightfall, and then they're all in the bath. We have a standard bath scene where everybody's in the bath, and Nozomi's still practicing in the bath and splashing everybody. It's just a standard bath scene.
Any excuse.
And we're 1 month away now till the East-West War, so they've only got a month left. Close to graduation already. It's very weird how they've chosen this whole thing to be like a 6
I
month
told you,
program.
it's weird, isn't it?
very
It's like
odd,
a
isn't
year.
it?
They only have a year.
You
And
think
like,
they could have dragged this anime out for ages if they wanted to?
Well, yeah, they could have
Right.
just added schools.
Yeah.
Beat the rival school, then beat the country's best.
And we've also seen the
then
power
international.
gap. We know the power gap is huge between like a
Yeah.
professional and these kids.
Oh,
Yet
you
they've
can't
only
play
got
this
like
international. Can you imagine American women? They have like solid airbags, wouldn't they?
they're
Just all
genetically
fake.
better butts. Remember?
They are, yes.
Genetic modification. That's all I'm saying.
Modified. It's like letting all athletes go on steroids in the American League.
We see Mio come and collect Nozomi, sees what she's doing. So Mio's like, oh, I'd like to try that. Does it first time. Whips the turnip out of the ground first time. Which is what I said about Mio being like this character we haven't seen her full potential. We see some of her potential when she fights
It's
the
control,
twins
though,
later
isn't
on.
it? That
But
she's lacking. She's lacking control.
it is just pure technique and control.
Yeah.
Some of this pulling
That's the point.
turnip sounds like fucking euphemisms, by the way.
And
Pull my turnip.
See,
it takes the
What,
cart.
short and stubby. Hard to chop.
How does the cart knocking into her make her realise how to do it?
Knock some sense into her. I don't know.
Because it's all about the turnips rolling back and pulling the cart further, isn't it? It's
yeah.
so she's like, oh, now I get it. How to use my extra muscles.
It's the focusing of weight
Yeah.
and focusing it into a point makes it
She can
harder.
focus it
and
into
stuff.
my point. I want to roll. It's my show, this.
So she does pull the turnip. She manages.
This
to
is
pull
my
it out.
type of show. This one.
My time to shine.
She pulls the turnip out. She celebrates. It cuts to the next day. It's time for the final day of camp, which is the mock races. Everyone gets to challenge whoever they want and fight whoever they want just to test out their new skills that they've learned. And Usagi, the bunny girl, challenges Nozomi to a battle because she's fed up of Mio giving Nozomi so much attention. And that's how it ends.
This was a weird fight that we're going to go into. We can discuss it when we get to it, but it was a weird fight. It felt like they were way outclassed, if you know what I mean. Like, you could tell the difference in... She seemed like an outfighter rather than an infighter.
Which
in
one?
This. Bunny Girl.
She's an outfighter.
Is she an outfighter
Yeah.
in this? Okay, that made more a bit...
She's speed.
Yeah, it made a bit more sense, but...
I love how it becomes an actual sports podcast. From one anime, we've gone, no. The technicalities of this. She's an outfighter, though.
She's an outfighter.
Can't compete in this,
She
no.
focuses on speed.
Yeah, but we've also seen then that surely they're quite even.
We had this discussion last time. There is no rock, paper, scissors here. It doesn't work.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter what
Infighters
style
just
you
win.
are.
Well, she doesn't.
You eventually have to get close to the person to do something.
Well, she
Infighters
doesn't
always have
because
the advantage.
Muscles, the infighter, at the start of episode 8, the first mock battle is between the muscular woman and Non again, because she re-challenges Non, and Non beats her. With her
again
bubble
by
butt.
doing nothing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
Oh, yeah,
bodacious,
she jumps at her.
her
just ducks.
bodacious body just bounces her
Cracks her.
off.
Fuck, you would, though, wouldn't you? You'd bounce off that bodacious body.
Y'all.
What in tarnation?
Grayson's like imprinted like into the ceiling. What in tarnation?
No, I'm doing fucking thingy's technique to learn. Burying my face.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, taking a whiff.
I'm not allowed to use my hands. I'm not allowed to use my hands.
So the next mock battle is between Nozomi and Usagi. And Usagi, as we've just discussed, she's super quick. She's an outfighter. She uses her speed. And she has rabbit-related techniques like the spinning rabbit hit and things like that.
No jokes. to be
Anything
made.
that he says, I'm going to cut.
Quick rabbit techniques.
No.
Okay.
That one's just, it's all good by itself, that one, isn't it? The implication is better than any joke we would make.
Nozomi ends up using her new technique, the butt flash. She hits Usagi with it, so no surprise here, the new technique works. She also realizes that it's because of Usagi's small size that she actually has the advantage in this fight. Because she's tiny and she can whip around everywhere, she's really hard to hit. Nozomi uses this to her advantage and basically pushes her off towards the edge. She corners her.
It's an
on
awareness
a
of
round
like
arena. Corners her.
it's awareness of the surroundings in this because she thinks she's winning because she's like, oh, you've not even got close to me and that. And she's like, no, but I was guiding you to exactly where I wanted you to be. I did like the way that this was done, by the way.
Yeah. And Nozomi pulls out her own technique now, her own perfected technique, the meteor hit, which is basically she drops that butt down hard
Get
on
low,
Usagi.
get low, get low, get low.
and beats her. And because she's beat her, Usagi is now in love with Nozomi as well.
When this happened, by the way, I was watching this all I could imagine is the meme where there's that entire group of school kids and they go, "Oh!" drops the butt down. "Oh!" That's all I can imagine. The one where he's like, "Oh."
What's wrong with you?
So yeah, Usagi's now got a fascination with not just Mio but Nozomi as well, because she seems to fall in love with anyone who's better than her.
To be fair, I fall in love with anyone that beats me. So
So, what?
off. Sorry, off.
He won't keep that bit in. They are then told that the war is coming up soon. It's a sellout event between the East and West, and they're gonna be the away team.
Can we talk about how weird that is?
Can we talk about the geography of
It's
that?
a sellout event to watch schoolgirls go fight with their arse and tits.
They're
in
not
a
schoolgirls. They're 18 years old.
18 years old.
pool. Who are in a school.
And there's clearly a guarantee that they're gonna get everything out because they do numerous times.
Yeah.
Monday.
Tits and ass.
You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only
Saturday
need the
night
nips.
Raw.
Tissues provided.
No splash screens, please.
Get your raincoats. Get your raincoats here.
And your wellies.
They're for the participants. The audience don't need them.
Grease me up.
Hand over your ticket for a little packet of lube and a Tenga egg.
Do you think like they've got the thing that you have at like concerts where you've got the groupies at the front or
The barrier.
like the barriers at the front? No, I mean like there's like that separate zone, isn't there? Where you've got like the
standing zone at the
VIP
front.
section.
It's all about the disabled section.
Oh, can you imagine the mosh pit?
So what? They get a separate section.
When I do this, that is not staying in cheek.
What are you touching? Me crutch. Me crutches. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You're doing nothing for me.
Can't feel anything.
This thing's staying in. Oh, there's no way to recover it from that.
It's like beating a dead rattlesnake. Just flopping everywhere.
God's sake.
I'm fucking crying. That's getting edited out.
What, it's the disabled bit?
Yeah.
It's not very diverse of him, is it?
Oh, no. Got to be inclusive.
All right, I'll include it. Okay. Welcome to the last episode.
Might want an age certificate this one.
Age?
We've got explicit, it's fine.
We're explicit. It's all right. It's all right. This is
Your
what
Honour.
happens when everyone drinks and not just me.
It's the Joe Rogan podcast.
Right.
The next time we see a microphone, we judge Rinder.
I swear it was all Grace.
Anyway. Yeah, so geography. What's wrong with them being an away team?
But it's not really away, is it? East and West. Where is the East school? It's literally right next to Mount Fuji. Mount
Right.
Fuji is right in the fucking centre of Japan.
It is, he's not wrong.
Right?
So the West,
So actually, it's a fair arena.
Right?
like a neutral
so where's,
zone.
Where's the other school?
West.
Then it's still a West and an East.
Yeah, but where's the fucking West?
I guess, but not country-wise.
From each other. Not country-wise, but from each
yeah.
other's position.
Yeah.
The other school is East and the
Yeah.
other school is West.
Yeah, I get that, but like in relation to the country, it's like not even close to East, is
Which
it?
would make sense if there were other schools, but there aren't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm on about. Like, if there was a North school and a South school, that would make
It's
sense.
the West
as
that
well.
we're following. Nozomi's part of the West.
Yeah.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Right.
Once other schools appear, it'll be the Central versus the West. East.
Central West and Central East. Now we're beginning to sound like football leagues.
So,
As long as it doesn't get Americanized and
They-
start selling teams to other other towns and cities.
I mean, I'd buy this if I was another country.
I've never wanted to own a team so much in my life.
No, the Kingsland Oilers. That's what they need to be. Their secret weapon, baby oil.
The Oilers. I did think when you said
Don't
the
ask
Kings.
me why we're allowed oil in this, all right? That one girl has it to do her magic trick.
We'll get to that. So they get to the East's school. They see that this school, it's got better equipment, better grounds, better training, better facilities, better funding for some reason.
For some reason.
Isn't it because they're in a richer area? I think
it's
that's
ju-
what they say.
I guess
they're-
that's supposed to be the
they've
connection.
produced
Sponsorship. and
better-
that, yeah.
They're supposed to say that the East is obviously
Athletes.
more,
Affluent
yeah.
than the west of Japan, which is actually true. They say. I think we've watched a program where they say the west is.
Say yes.
Yeah.
What,
Because
James
there's
May?
like Tokyo and stuff like
The
that.
East is probably more profitable than the West. We also meet the head of the East school. What a bitch this woman is.
Yeah.
And
Is this
she's,
one with the short hair?
Yeah, so she's currently doing a
Karen.
TV interview, Karen. And in said interview,
Tell me I'm wrong.
in said interview, they talk about the fact that the West has never won in 11 matches
I think
now.
it's 11, mate. That means
Yeah.
11 years these schools have been going.
So that's it, yeah. So this sport has been running for 11 years. And for 11 years, the West has never beat the East. She talks about the fact that the West is a pointless school. It's never won. And they do nothing but produce mediocre talent.
Do you reckon this was based on Smash Brothers? Because the exact same thing happened in the Smash Brothers pro circuit in America.
I don't
It
know.
came to West
Did it?
versus East, yeah.
Oh.
And the West used to.
I think she's just a sour bitch.
I think she's a Karen. I was going to say a different word.
I was about to
C,
say she just finished that interview and then she's back on the phone to complain to customer services.
but- Yeah. No, I've been on hold.
But-
Madam, you put us on hold. Still hold.
But our little reporter from the first episode comes back.
That was a nice payoff
And,
that she came back.
Yeah, she speaks up against the woman and says, well, actually, this year the West has got good players, so you might want to watch what you're saying. Nozomi also has had enough of listening to this woman.
I heard the chain link fence smash. And I was
Yeah.
like, has she smashed down that with her ass? I was like, has that been what's happened here? Because when I saw her, she was behind that chain link
Yes.
fence. I was like, shit, she smashed that down with her ass, hasn't she? And then it just popped. Turned out that she just popped up.
She just opened the door. I love that. Oh, how our expectations have fallen.
Yeah. Don't worry, they get peaked later on.
Everything is peaked.
Yeah. Or pinched, one way or the other.
Or twisted.
So Nozomi confronts the woman for insulting. Well, the final straw was when she insulted the teachers of the West and said that they were just a waste of time. So she goes after her, and then we get the introduction to Maya, or the girl with the ribbon on her head. She steps in to stop Nozomi from talking smack about this woman, her mum, and she hits Nozomi with some sort of attack where she doesn't move. We spoke about this prior to starting the show.
She farts, right?
No, it's so
Well,
She
she
has-
said, it smells funny. I was like, is she farting as an attack?
from
I was
what
like,
we can tell.
Power move. That's a fucking alpha move right there.
Fucking, from what we can tell,
Coming close, come on.
she's got the same attack as Non, but she can focus the energy to a specific area, whereas Non just
Yeah, her asshole.
bounces. Yeah, well,
All
or
her
nips.
boobies.
It's not even the worst attack that there is in the show.
No, we'll come to the worst.
Yeah.
We
we
need
haven't
to
actually
discuss.
discussed this,
There's
but I
quite-
think we all are going to agree what the worst one is in the show,
There's
right?
quite a lot, but we'll go to them. I'm sure I've wrote them down one by one.
He has
He
intimate
watched
knowledge.
it enough.
Nozomi,
He watched it in 1080p,
oh,
less than half
4K.
speed, half speed as well.
Nozomi attacks Maya back, shredding her clothes. And there's a bit of a face-off between the East and the West. They're all standing there, squaring
Anyone
each other
expects
up.
that Mighty Duck scene here? You just lost any advantage you have by showing them your attack.
No.
I thought this
I
because
thought that she was going to get a bollocking like
was
they've
gonna get
seen
the
what you can do now.
she's going to get Coach Bombay here.
Yeah, Coach Bombay again.
Second time.
No, because they don't know. They don't know how she did it.
But she still does it.
But she still does.
Does do a
And there are
flying V
cameras
later though.
fucking everywhere. She could fucking do a flying V on me, let me tell you.
It. So it's time for the East versus West. The rules are laid out. You're in teams of 4. You get 5 minutes. I guess it's a draw at the end of 5 minutes, or it's whoever's lost more players. They don't actually
Does
explain
it go
that,
like
but-
boxing to a judge's decision?
No,
Maybe.
I think it's how many you've got left in your team.
We said about this in the last episode, right? Why isn't there team fights?
Yeah,
It's
at
a-
the
They
end
it's
seem,
of
so-
it.
they
solo
seem more
thing.
entertaining.
And they end up being team fights.
and then they end up being team fights.
Yeah,
Like
it's weird.
you're
But
doing
I guess-
solos.
Yeah, but during training, you'd want to do solos because then you wouldn't rely on the same person.
Yeah.
You'd have to rely on yourself.
This is
Yeah,
pure,
but then why do
I think
team
this-
fights?
because
Otherwise,
I-
you get like Wayne Rooney syndrome.
this has purely been created
Michael
for
Owen.
the fans. This team fight thing. The
Oh,
East
yeah.
versus West. It's just a fan thing. It's got nothing to do with professional
yeah.
Keijo later on. This is
to
just
go
purely
watch college girls fucking fight each other in
who's the,
bikinis.
who's the best school.
Shall
Sure,
I-
that's what it's about.
Shall I tell you as well? It
You
probably
would
made
not
more
want to be the
sense.
janitor after that game, would you?
It made more sense for the writers to do a team battle.
Wouldn't be able to stand on my feet.
Our boy from Akira has turned up. He's got a new job.
He's got those fucking squeegees, isn't he?
I fucking love my life now.
I'm glad I'm not a postman
As he
anymore.
Slips everywhere.
slips, smashes his head and drowns. Don't worry, he's got a good job. He just cleans
Good
Keijo.
safe job at a school.
He says he's a cleaner at a school, and that's it. He won't tell me anymore.
He's fathered 4 illegitimate children.
Gets a phone call. He died. Doing what?
Banged his head, fell in the pool.
What he loved.
He was a good man.
What, cleaning cum up?
We leave it up to the listeners' imagination.
I'm taking away the mystery.
Oh, imagine the amount of squeezies you gotta change.
Dad's pregnant.
Oh, this one's really dirty. Gonna
So-
need some extra polish.
Where were we?
The other bit of the rules was you win 2 of the 3 battles of teams of 4, you win the war.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it makes more sense for the writers to do this and have 4v4s because how much can you animate a 1v1 fight?
I suppose it just displays a school bear as well.
It gives you,
Quicker.
it makes it more interesting.
Oh, that
than-
ticket's only then going to be for a 15-minute show.
Yeah, but because that's like 15
No, because that'll be
minutes.
like a UFC thing, won't it? Oh, do you mean this East
Yeah.
and West? Yeah, it's not going to
That's
be
a
long, is it?
15-minute show.
There's got to be a like.
There's halftime show.
There's got to be like like Drake is coming in halfway through.
What is going to be the halftime show that's going to be better than what you're
They got
watching?
to set up the arenas.
It's
as well.
going to be
That's
the
gonna take a
exact
while.
opposite. There's blokes coming out in just work uniforms.
Hello, we got to build the jungle gym
It's
now.
Gary from Target. He's done.
Scaffolders come out making the next arena.
Put some music and lights going.
I was imagining the.
They're all shirtless. Fucking massive builders' bellies.
Diet Coke in every
Ass
single
crack.
one of their hats.
Ass cracks.
I don't want you to turn.
Turns round to the teachers. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna be at least another 2 days' work. This is. By the way, the mascots for this must be impressive. Imagine the mascots for this thing.
Just a massive set of tits. Legs.
Every school can't be called the Tits.
I was just imagining like a single boob.
The other ones are the Swallows.
I was just
That's
imagining
the fan
like
club.
I was just imagining like a boob mascot, like come here, kids.
I did not see a single child at this
What are
event.
you talking about?
So,
Don't put that out.
They're
That,
putting-
that might come up in court.
they're putting teams quite clearly. West Team 1 is one of the strongest teams. We all knew Team 2 was a weak team, right? When they
Yeah.
made these teams and they made Team 1 and they put all the fucking best players in basically Team 1, we were like, well, we know which way this is going to go.
As soon as they said best of 3, we knew what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
Win
100%.
one, lose one, win one.
Yeah. Sayaka's dad also turns up for the show. Of course he did.
For all her mates.
He's turned up. He doesn't want to be there, obviously, because he doesn't approve of Keijo as a sport.
He also looks
Yeah,
like
that's 'cause he
Grayson
he
if
can't-
he's older.
It's because he's
Like
not.
an older
It's because
Grayson.
he's never seen it. And
Yeah, clearly.
And the moment he sees it, he's like, not bad.
I approve of it. Again, this is a Grayson. He looks like Grayson, an older Grayson.
I remember what he looked like. Must have been a good looking dude, though. Clearly a handsome fellow.
It's also mentioned by the reporters that the East's best player has not been submitted and is not competing. Anyone had any thoughts on that when they said that? Did you think maybe they genuinely done this and that was going to be a future episode, or
No,
Did we
I
think-
honestly didn't pay attention.
nobody
to
was
that
go-
much.
nobody saw the split personality coming up, right?
No.
No. So
Technically, it's not a different fucking player, though, is it?
I'd call
no,
it a
but
foul.
multiple personalities have multiple names.
Yeah.
So she's going to have a different name. Anyway,
I don't know if I was
Dave
the
has
ref.
entered the field.
If I was the ref, I'd be calling this. I'm sorry. There's two people.
Two
Rule,
people on the ice.
rule violation. No. Rule violation. I came in to watch a clean, competitive Keijo fight. This is disgusting.
Quote unquote clean.
I am
your pants around your
disgusted. I am
ankles.
leaving.
Zip.
There's just a pile of tissues on a chair.
Shakes his leg to get one of them off his shoe.
Off his shit. Where are you aiming?
Oh, one of the tissues is on his shoe.
His shoes are stuck to the floor. He's can't take them off.
Squelch, squelch, squelch. every step on his
Disgusting,
way
I am.
out the door.
Absolutely disgusting. Yes, I'd like to buy the merchandise.
Of course, I'll take the titty mascot. I don't know what you're on about.
Yes, I'll buy this calendar for charity.
So that's the way to the dressing rooms. I am disgusted.
know.
I am disgusted.
This is an inspection. I'm an auditor.
He's a
an expert.
scientist.
Right. So the first heat is going to be on a jungle gym land. It is what it is. It's a massive jungle gym inside a swimming pool with slippery bars.
They have some fucking great balance, by the way. To stand on
Yeah.
a fucking jungle gym upright.
And one of the
What else would you stand on a jungle gym?
Yes!
he hangs from it like a monkey.
Horizontally.
With my tail, I can grab it.
There's also a showpiece,
Bragging.
and it's when they press their little buttons and their cloaks fall off and expose their swimsuits.
Wrong buttons.
What in the kill were these fucking uniforms?
Yeah, they like exploded off.
Did you not like him?
Gone. I was like, no, this is a fucking show.
And episode
Contact with water made them.
episode 8 ends
Sugar
with
paper uniforms.
episode 8 ends with Sayaka sprinting along the jungle gym, rubbing furiously her nipples.
Go on. Yep.
She pulls out one of her tits, and there's a bright beam of light, and she uses nip beams.
Nip beams.
And we go into
Ion
episode
cannon.
9.
It's an ion
Frickin'
cannon.
tits with frickin' laser beams.
Episode 9 opens with a Sayaka flashback to when
We
her-
already saw
We
that
saw
in the
the
last in the last episode.
it's when her dad gets upset because she's quit judo. That's it. that is
Pretty
literally,
much.
that is my notes. Basically, it's a flashback to
We
her
already
dad.
knew that
her
from like
dad picked-
episode 2.
Yeah, they just show you a bit more in depth, I guess.
I'm almost tempted to leave that pause in there for that long.
That is literally it. Like I've got no more notes. It's just her dad getting upset. Then we cut back to the fight. So we see Sayaka getting attacked by the larger girl, and she's saved by Kotane. She's in the same team as Sayaka. Kotane is obviously the girl who has the Cerberus butt, and also Mio is fighting the twins.
They missed a trick there. That should have been Cerberus.
Oh, the random girl, by the way, the fourth one, she was taken out by the twins earlier on in the fight. It's one of those throwaway characters again. Oh, by the way, I like the fact, I'll just add it in now, I like the fact in Heat 3 that the rando girl actually has something to do.
Oh, you mean the Japanese fighting
Yeah,
style
yeah,
one?
yeah.
I really like her
Yeah.
fighting style one.
I thought, you know what, fair play. They've actually given one of them a bit more. But yeah, so the rando in Heat 1, she's knocked out straight away by the twins. They end up performing this. They all target one. So they do this triple attack and they take out the very muscular woman. She gets knocked out from the other team. Sayaka then resorts to her wedgie maneuver where she pulls it up tight. And she
Go on.
she saves Kotane a couple of times by using her speed. So the girl they're fighting, she's got the same technique as Alba, except she doesn't have to touch you. So she has special eyesight that allows her to spot strong and weak areas on a Keijo player just by looking at them.
It looks like heat vision, doesn't it? It just
Yeah.
looks like heat
Whatever
vision.
muscles are warmer because they used more, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Don't look in the audience because there's just one arm that's really on every single viewer.
every person.
Why is there a poll between every single person and they're all furiously red?
We can't cut to the audience. We can't. Mio, after saving Kotane as well, goes off and fights the twins. Yeah. So the way Mio fights the twins is she uses... Well, she just vibrates.
Friction.
Yeah,
I'm going to say friction.
Okay. Basically, she furiously goes between the two twins,
Go on.
vibrating and
No, go on. I date a twin.
incapacitating them by turning them on. So that's happening over on one side of the jungle gym.
Good advice, bad advice?
Well, we've already seen from Nozomi that vibrating furiously can distract an opponent.
I feel like I'm not even watching the other side of this fight. at the moment.
He's just watching the twins.
I mean, I feel like everybody's watching them. I believe that there's no flash photography in this stadium.
There's plenty of flash, but no photography.
Kotane is eventually defeated. She falls, and it's left to Sayaka. She pulls her wedgie so high that she tears her bottoms.
She does the flying V. In essence, that's what she does.
Because
She Coach Bombay's this.
she's torn her bottoms, and that's made her go super fast.
Grayson, is that how it works?
Being the professional that I am.
However,
Tearing your ass? Is that how that works?
just before
Makes me fucking run fast, let me tell you.
just before she's
But only
about
when
to
it's your dad.
just before she's about to win,
It's old, but it's gold.
Like your dad.
Sayaka runs out of juice at the last minute and can't knock
his dad's
the
never done
opponent off. Sayaka's dad, we cut to for a second, and he's starting to realise that Keijo ain't so bad.
No. Now that I've seen it,
Now that my daughter has ripped her bottoms off,
I'm more interested in the fact that her mother was fine from it with the start, basically, wasn't she?
we briefly cut to the twins. They're still getting off on Mio's attack.
no, you could have just stopped. There. No need for that attack part.
There's another flashback of Sayaka telling her dad that she's quitting judo. I don't know why.
Why?
Mio then, we flash to Mio again. She's now vibrating on the twins' chests. Yeah. And we get to the booby massage scene where Sayaka's running along, rubbing her boobs until her nipples... Basically, she makes her nipples so erect...
Is this the acupuncture bit?
No, she uses like a judo throw technique.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's the next bit,
tip
isn't
of her nipple hooks into the swimsuit of the other girl and judo throws her with her hard nips.
I want somebody...
All nipples turn into hooks if you make them hard enough. It's a well-known biological fact.
They're so hard.
I want somebody to draw it, but it's going to be me throwing Grayson like that.
With his erect nipple.
With its erect nipples.
On the other side of Jungle Gym, the twins have fallen,
While Sheenie's on the other side with
The
the
ref.
twins.
and Satoshi win the first round. So I think it's the first time I've used the school's name. Satoshi win the first round.
Thanks to
Sayaka,
erect
cut to
nipples.
Sayaka's dad. He's like, well done.
Well done.
This was a fair judo move. You have
You know
inspired
your
me.
judo well.
Episode 9 ends with Alba facing off against Twisty Nip Girl, who has furiously twisted her nips multiple times until they're like drills. And that's the end of episode
nipples that'll
9.
pierce the heavens.
They are. They're the fucking Spiral King.
For a brief moment, she becomes a helicopter. And we go into episode 10. Episode 10 opens with Alba. She's super nervous about going into this fight. No, I don't fucking blame her, considering the team she's got behind her.
Yeah.
No offense to Team 2, but she's been fucking shafted.
One of them literally has
Every
their
single
uniform
one of them would get
on
shafted.
backwards.
What are you talking about?
They're clearly the weakest team. Their fighting arena
I like
is
their fighting
two
arena.
linked seaplanes.
Seaplanes. I like that. I thought that
I
was
thought
cool.
you didn't like the fact that they were changing
No.
arenas.
He's changed
No.
his mind now.
Yeah.
The planes were
Yeah,
the
what was
planes were a
that?
nice
Ah.
touch. The planes were a nice touch.
They were a nice touch.
Yeah.
So they're fighting on two
And I quite
seablades.
like the mansion as well. The mansion was cool.
The sinking mansion.
Yeah.
It was a castle.
Yes, it was a
Yeah,
castle.
a castle. Sure, let's call it that.
Usagi is the first to run in at the start of the second fight. She fights the dancing girl, the girl that's got the dancing techniques.
Is this the music one? The music girl.
I no, because there's fairy girl in this one as well. So the muscular woman fights the fairy girl, who uses fairy power. It's not really fairy power. Basically, she can hypnotize herself.
Do not feel pain. In essence, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, because she uses 100% of her body's abilities because she hypnotizes herself so that she has even harder buns of steel than the other girl who has buns of steel.
Surely, though, after you've come out of that hypnosis, you would then get all that pain comes
Ouchie.
straight back
Yep,
to you.
That's some ouchie right there.
One of the other girls can also... She's got a hot butt. She can set her butt on fire, can't she? Because basically, Non thinks that she can defend, but as she bounces the girl off, the girl heats her butt up.
Basically rubs bums.
Is it just her cheeks going opposite directions? That's some awful chafing.
Clap for me.
A round of applause.
So they all end up in one-on-one fights.
I mean, I was given a standing ovation. I don't know what you're on about.
Just when you think their backs are up against the wall, Alba has secretly had a plan all along, and she signals for them all to jump all at once, and they tip the planes over and unbalance them, causing two of the girls, the dancing one and hot butt, to fall off. Yes, I called her hot butt. I don't.
There is no other way of like describing that person.
So all that's left is Fairy Girl and Twisty Nips. That's the two that I didn't write the names down. I'm just calling them.
No. We understand exactly who you mean.
Brilliant.
If anybody has seen this episode, they know who we're on about.
So Usagi and Non end up going after the Fairy Girl. Muscles gets knocked off, by the way. Another irrelevant character. She falls
Yep.
off. Usagi and Non take on Fairy Girl, and Alba takes on Twisty Nips.
I've realised
So
that
weird
Alba
to
is
sit here
just.
describing the show. It's just
I've realised
This is a
Alba.
professional podcast.
Yeah, I've realised Alba is basically a ditto. She is.
well,
What, you're
yes.
attracted to her?
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Those
you know.
hands, though. Those hands.
Usagi and Non's job is to wear down the Fairy Girl. They're saying that it's only for so long that she can keep up this hypnosis effect, and eventually she'll wear herself out and they'll be able to win. So Alba's just got to distract Twisty Nips for long enough. This is when we see that Alba can use everyone else's techniques. She has, I don't know if
Oh, this is the butt salute.
yeah, no,
Fucking-
What was that?
I love the fact that they're like, you could use us and just poke their ass through like the bars at the top of like this hotel.
it's actually a scene that's taken from Fate Stay Night. I don't know if you've ever heard of Fate Stay Night.
No.
It's an anime. Basically, it's based around heroes from the past in history are summoned back to fight in a tournament. And
With their asses?
no, so there's a character called Galgamesh in Fate Stay Night. Galgamesh.
Galgamesh.
Galgamesh. And his ability is he can summon any legendary sword that's ever been used by a legendary hero. And the way he does this is he opens gates behind him and removes the sword that he wants to use. It's a trope to that, because behind her is a gate of butts.
It is a gate of butts.
And she
Oh, like-
uses any technique from the gate of butts that she wants to use.
Like Urza Scarlet
yes.
from Fairy Tail.
Yeah, as such. Kind of like that
Urza
as well.
does the same thing with fucking
Sort
swords.
of, but she summons like a different ability, doesn't she, for herself?
No, I thought she had like fucking gates and that
No,
behind her as
I
well.
don't think she has multiple gates.
Oh.
Of asses poking out.
It's called, the technique, the Gate of Boutalon.
Yeah.
Enough
Because the
said.
walls of Jericho didn't work.
But don't worry, because Twisty Nips has got a plan for this. She twists them so hard that they turn into drills.
That will pierce the heaven.
Simone's back. Where'd you learn that technique? From my bro?
Yeah. Do the impossible.
We cut to Fairy Girl. She is very, very tired. And Usagi takes down Fairy Girl by sacrificing herself. Oh no, Ron. He's gonna do it. What? What's he gonna do? He's gonna sacrifice himself. I'm
Fucking
sorry.
Harry Potter.
Every week.
We had to throw one in there.
Every week.
Do we have to?
Don't you start. You're normally the one that throws in the Harry Potter quote.
It's funny. So we're left with...
Stop.
No. We're left with Non, Alba, and Twisty Nips. Eventually, Non is knocked off, but as she falls, she sticks her foot out and kicks the plane wing, doesn't she? And tips the plane, throws Twisty Nips off balance. We get a boob on boob attack. They both go flying through the air. Anyone? I thought they were going to call this a draw.
I thought it was going to be a draw.
This is the most bullshit decision
It
I've
is
ever seen in my life. They both hit the water at what seems to be the same time, but they do a slow-mo VAR check and discover that Twisty Nips created a
vortex.
A boob.
It's called a vortex.
It's a
Yeah,
vortex,
she
yep.
created a
of
vortex,
titties.
and because of this, she hit the water after Alba.
She
She's
basically
gonna get
became a temporary helicopter for a second.
Yeah, she's going to
though.
get the 30. Those things are going to be saggier. They're going to look like fucking
The way she's been yanking.
bowling balls in a sock.
Then instead they'll just be like a fucking chain of ball.
She's going to turn into Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog at the front.
Episode 10 ends with us seeing the masked girl performing some sort
Gonna
of
hit the
magic
floor when
trick.
she does that trick in her. Whack, 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 whack.
Now they're excavators instead. The builders all love it.
And we go into episode 11. Episode 11 opens with Alba again. She's really upset because she lost the battle. This is not her fault.
I mean,
it's
I
the
would-
most bullshit decision
Yep.
ever.
Yeah, you see, I would have turned around and been like, don't worry, it was fucking bullshit.
It's literally bullshit. Next up is Nozomi. She is in a team with Hanabe, which is the girl who can knock people out with the chin butt shots. She's also with Rin, who's the second fastest in the West. And she's with the girl with the bandana. Clearly one of the strongest teams. Mm-hmm. And this arena is the Castle Roof Arena.
But isn't that how they've set out their teams anyway? They've organised
I
them
think
so like...
I think the teachers kind of planned to put the weakest in team 2, open strong with your best player, Mio, and then finish with a decent team.
See, I mean, I would have just gone straight out and had both the best teams 1 and 2. Try and win it in the first 2. Why not? Like you can tell that
Entertainment.
the other team. Yeah, this is true. It's got to last more than fucking 10 minutes, isn't it?
They pay good money for this wank.
In the I didn't fucking last in past heat one. I don't need another 3 heats.
I'm hoping there's 15 minutes between each heat.
I'm already at home by heat 2.
By the time the bell goes for the first one, he's already gone ding dong twice.
Bell goes, bell out.
In the third heat is also Maya from the opposition, the second ranked player from the other school. Very early on, the masked player produces a playing card from our asshole.
Is this your card?
This is.
Yes!
It is my card.
I love that she pulls out a Joker as well. I fucking love that.
Nozomi at the start of the fight goes straight for Maya because she wants this hot. She's got this, for some reason they've created a grudge from 5 seconds of meeting each other. There's this grudge fight. And Maya uses that technique again where she strikes but doesn't move. So Nozomi thinks it's a good idea to take one for the team and shove her whole entire face into Maya's ass. She does
She
smell.
sniffs.
She does smell.
Sniffs.
She does. Yeah, it's talked about that she does smell her ass, and by doing so, she's able to feel.
That tells you everything you need to know about humans.
She's able to feel when Maya's about to generate that attack.
I was wondering where you would go with that.
Yeah. There's also the sumo girl on the opposition's team, the humongous girl. She uses butt attack on Titan as her move.
I approve of this message. Also, that sumo girl, she quite literally never gets into a fight because she constantly gets whacked by her own fucking
Yeah.
team.
She's in the way. We see that Maya can use that technique with her boobs as well. We spoke about it earlier. It's not just her butt she can do it with. She can do it with her boobs as well. It cuts to the magician girl, She uses her magical abilities to vanish and reappear. Hanabe turns like sinister, doesn't she? She gets her sinister face and she turns all sinister. She's not phased by her vanishing and reappearing because she's already worked out that Mask Girl has oiled up her boobs and then points them towards the sun so that the light is reflected into her enemies' faces and blinds them for a second.
Every man in the audience is going blind at the same time.
I've got sunglasses. I've come
He's
prepared.
already blind.
All the men have pieces of paper with that hole in the middle for the solar eclipse.
No. You've all seen Wallace and Gromit, right? The one with the Grand Day Out.
I very
all the
much
fuck-
doubt the Americans. What the fuck
but
you're
all the
talking
fucking
about.
mice with the fucking sunglasses all at the same time. Everyone.
All the men just pull out the complimentary sunglasses.
In the shape of tits.
They take down the magician girl because
Hold on.
Rin...
No. We're talking about very important things now. The magician girl, you say?
Yes.
The dark magician girl?
The dark magician girl. Shit, I wish.
Really, right?
Rin
Oh.
throws her bikini top up in the air, blocks the sunlight so that the masked girl can't use it to reflect, and attacks so fast that she wipes the oil from the masked girl's chest. It's so weird sitting here describing these fights. It's
Very professional of you.
yeah.
I'm glad he's doing it because there's no way in hell I'd be able to get through
Next
it.
up, Mask and Green-haired Girl combine by going into each
Is
other's
this the
bikini
train or
bottoms.
whatever it's
yeah,
called?
so that because for some reason because they've gone inside each other's underwear, their attacks are double as powerful now because they've transformed.
They're combined.
No, I thought it was like that there was no escape because if you jump out of the way of the bum, then the boobs of the other one's there to fucking
Yeah,
greet you
it's-
instead. I don't know.
They transform.
Yes.
Hanabe blocks their attack because they're about to knock Rin off, I believe. And Hanabe gives this whole speech about teamwork, and she's locked in a butt of war. Next, we get the introduction of Saya, the headband girl. Saya, who's been quiet in the background, has quick draw bazongas.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
She takes out Green Hair and Mask. They're both gone. And then we find out that the land sinks as people get eliminated. So slowly the castle sinks into the water, the more people that get knocked off.
This becomes a battle royale.
Nozomi ends up using her vacuum butt cannon on Maya, who blocks it. So Nozomi uses it over and over and over again. I think I counted like 4 or 5 times, but this is
Yeah,
supposed to be a
I think it
technique
was.
that she was in pain from using once.
She's had 2 months of training, you see.
Oh,
She's like
wow.
more than ready to use it.
In a spandex suit. Cut to Maya's sob story about how she was this shunned away child because she was so powerful. Yeah, she breaks a desk in her school, doesn't she? And all the
Yep.
kids are like, oh my god, monster.
See, if I broke a desk in my school, they'd have just been like, carry on. You went to the same fucking school, so you know exactly what I'm on about.
Yep.
Maya's legs eventually give way on her, and she's about to lose to Nozomi when all of a sudden she blocks the next attack, and we see that it's not Maya anymore because she has a split personality disorder, and we're now about to meet the number 1 ranked player. And we go into episode 12.
I'm calling foul on this.
This is too many players on the ice.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
If
too
she
many
is
people.
classed as another player
Yes,
in
she's
the
another
school,
player.
then she's another player.
Yes, it's illegal.
It's an illegal move.
Get in there and break them up.
No, I'll tell you what would
This is
have.
disgusting.
Every male ref is going, I'll allow it.
Do you know what? It would have been better if they'd have been like, we're only putting 3 in this match. But there are 4 people there, and then you're like, what?
No, because you know then. That's
No, well,
way
no.
too much of a tell.
Just put 3 of them in there. And then they're like, where's your 4th? And they're like, don't worry about it.
We don't need it.
We don't need it. We can beat you
We're
with
so
3.
confident.
Yeah. Well, imagine if that was what they
I'm
did.
calling bullshit. So Maya's hair changes colour when she turns into her other form. She turns into Kaya instead of Maya. Kaya's just an aggressive character, I guess.
pretty much.
There's nothing else to say about her really. She's got this protective aura. Basically, when Maya is
All the humanity
Upset.
has left her, basically.
upset, yeah.
When she's upset,
I think it's
because
like-
she said you made her cry. Now I'm here.
Kaya's there to protect Maya. She's her defense mechanism,
Hmm.
her defense personality. If you've seen Me, Myself, and Irene, it's a bit like
A
that.
bit like that, yeah.
I have never seen
Jim
Me,
Carrey.
Myself.
Have you not seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh.
It's getting cut. Like, I know this is a disgusting episode, folks, but, like,
Kaya, basically, the sumo girl gets in the way, and Kaya's like, no, I'll fight this on my own, thank you. And knocks the sumo girl off.
if she hadn't have done that and just told her to go fucking stand over there, they would have won the fucking battle.
Yeah, it ends with it. It's 4-on-1 at this point because she's knocked her own teammate off. Rin attacks, but Kaya catches Rin's butt between her breasts and squeezes them very hard. Saya then tries to attack and gets eliminated.
Look, we all knew what was going to happen with this. As soon as it went 4-on-1, I was like, well, the other three aren't going to last fucking any time whatsoever.
Yeah, basically all three just struggle to hit her. They can't hit Kaya. She's too good, too fast. So Hanabe resorts to the last thing that she can think of doing. She rubs her tits as fast as she can to create tit spirit and powers up Nozomi. Gives her a Dragon Ball Z power-up.
Over 9,000.
And her headband goes from her head to her neck.
I love.
This headband around her neck looked like Kill
How
la Kill.
talented are those nips?
All that's left now is the roof of the castle because it's sunk all the way up to the roof now. Nozomi's got her sick neckerchief, and now she can use 100% of her vacuum pressure. So Nozomi attacks Kaya. She uses a combination of moves, multiple attacks, and then she tries to call Maya back out again. She's like, I came here to fight Maya, not Kaya.
This woman that's never been mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm here to fight her.
I'm here to fight Maya.
In this grudge match that didn't exist 2 minutes ago.
So Maya comes back out again, and Nozomi's like, I can't do butt cannon any more
Are
than
we
this
going to
last
ignore
time.
the fact that her boobie talked to her? Maya took control of one tear and went whoop, whoop, with that little orange light thing. And she was like, no, I've got to protect you. What the fuck was that?
If I was the other person on the other side of the thing, I'd be like, what the fuck's
Why are you
going on?
talking to your tit?
This guy's fucking nuts.
Nozomi's got one last vacuum butt cannon
Oh,
in
the
her.
audience are nuts. Every single one of them. Empty ones.
So Nozomi's going to use one last vacuum butt cannon attack, and she's going to put everything into it. So they both run at each other, and there's this huge anime-style collision of power. Maya deflects it from her ass to her tits, but using a pivot. She thinks she's got the better of Nozomi,
Perfect.
but
And that was
Nozomi's-
Sheeny finishing, everybody.
but Nozomi has got too much pressure behind her.
I mean, we've all
And
got
she
too much pressure behind us by this
And
point.
yeah.
She focuses it all into her nipple and nipple punches Maya out of the arena.
One more.
Maya climbs out of the water after losing. She goes and says sorry to her mum/trainer, who's like, you don't have to apologise to me, Maya. You did your best, and they hug it out.
Nobody knows of these tits. Papa.
Anybody that came from episode 1 Pokemon to this episode in for a show.
There's
They were so innocent.
Remember when we started?
There's a fancy after party ball thing that's arranged. Maya is now at peace
Yeah.
because she has
She's
become
had the mental beat out of her, that's why.
she's become with that nipple blow.
Electric shock therapy works.
She's now relaxed and happy, and I guess one person
Those
now.
psychological disorders just need.
Been titty slapped out of her.
Everybody is now bantering. Everybody's happy. Everybody's chill. We cut to graduation. They get graduated. Nozomi is placed directly into B class rank.
Ah, is it B? I thought it was D. Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
She's gone straight up to B class.
She has.
I was just having like flashbacks of what we were on about earlier. They're all
Did
chilling.
your dad not let you do judo too?
They're all just like chilling at like the fucking after party, and then there's the one guy with a squeegee still going after dark. Fucking constant. Never been this much before.
It's just a sea of used Tenga eggs.
Just get the flask out.
I had to put me wellies on for this one.
I haven't seen this much outside of a horse farm.
I haven't seen this much since my youth.
You and I.
Since I worked at the human milking factory in Neverland. Nozomi has been sent to the same area as Sayaka to compete as professionals. So everybody's been split up. Everybody's gone to their own separate regions, areas that they're going to be focusing from. However, you do still fight everybody from different areas as well. So the whole point of the areas is it's where you train and the people you train with.
I was really disappointed that this lot got split up.
Doesn't it feel like they race it?
Yeah.
Like school's done. Here's
Get
your
out.
area.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and you find out that they got to do like a 1 month crash intro course now that they're at their new areas, and it ends with us getting like a quick show of different players from that area, and obviously a setup for season 2.
I saw in that quick show as they went towards them, one of them had a sword in their butt. One of them 100% had a sword in their butt.
I didn't notice that at all.
And that, everybody, is the rear end.
Fuck, Sam.
Finn.
We missed
rear
one
end.
important thing.
What?
Why are there cards coming out of her butt?
Like a
Oh
slot,
yeah,
Why
after she
were they-
gets knocked out.
it's like a slot machine. You've won the prize.
Ding 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 ding.
So that was the end of Keijo. What are our final thoughts on Keijo?
I'll let you go first.
Are they continuing on from the 6 that we had, or as things go?
Magnifique.
Look, this show got very extreme. Like
Really
the
quick.
first 6 episodes were quite out there as it was.
I thought it was going to be. They built this up to be all about technique and an art form, and then they went,
Wow.
"Oh, and by the way, fucking nipple shots."
Like fucking card tricks. fucking. It just got twisty nips that turn into drills. Like fuck me. It went out there. It really did.
Didn't it?
Like that battle. The only one time they split an episode was at the very end.
I don't mind it when it's a finale.
Yeah, that was it.
Finale's the appropriate time to split an episode.
And that was perfect.
Yeah.
They like I said, they don't
It
drag
didn't
any of the
slow
fighting
down
out.
the show.
Nope.
Splitting that one fight.
It just goes 100 fucking mile an hour every time. Like apart from the 2 episodes where they're at the training camp, that is it. There is a sword coming out of her butt.
What? And you pulled it up on your iPad.
There's a sword handle coming out of her butt. He's genuinely
this?
telling the truth.
Oh, we got- okay,
On
go.
the right.
And he who pulls it out shall be the next king of England. Excalibur.
King Arthur.
I'm telling you now, they already had that set up for season 2. I'm telling
King
you now.
Arthur.
King Arthur.
There you go, boys.
Yeah, genuinely, look, there is a sword handle
Genuine
coming out of
sword.
her asshole.
Now, I've heard a sword swallowing, but you're not supposed to let it go through.
Well, that is a sword art. There's a girl with a gas mask.
Gas mask.
We know she's got a gas attack.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, look,
That's a fancy ass sword as well.
The detail on the handle work.
It's fucking gold.
Yeah.
nothing but the finest. What's the betting that's like a butt plug? It's got a really little healthy end.
Tiniest.
What is going on with the ass on the left hand side?
What, the chiseled one?
Yeah, the one that basically looks like a fucking rock.
So, we got no problems with voice actors.
No.
That was a live look back at what happened.
The fucking story is funny. It's fine.
It's a very, very basic, boring story done really, really fun.
It's just fun.
I mean, it threw me off. I'm not going to lie. Like the first 6, I was like, oh, this is like.
This is a legitimate sport. They're taking it seriously.
And they're taking this very seriously. And then the other 6, I was like, oh, there it is.
But they genuinely get naked at points during the fights.
Yeah.
That fucking
She threw a
Sayaka's dad
bra.
was sitting there in the audience as she got her tit out and done a nipple takedown attack.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, well
I've
done.
never been proud. That's my little nipper there.
It's the opposite of not for me. This is for me. What more can you say about this show?
I mean,
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Genuinely, when I watched these next 6, I was laughing because I was like, congratulations, sir, you have rused me.
The writing in it, they just had fun with this,
They
right?
did, they
sat
totally
in a
did.
room and were like,
They
what's the
did
most
the-
outlandish things we can think
They
of for
did the
attacks?
impossible. They took what every anime fan likes about shit anime and made it good.
It's fun. I bet they had a right fucking laugh in the writer's
I
room.
bet
I bet
Come
they
up with
fucking
this.
got a couple of
The
brewskis
Can
in.
you imagine the fucking translators when they got sent the Japanese script and had to put
Honestly.
it into English and they went, "We're going to have fun with this, lads."
I mean, I've never wanted to be in a character design room more than
know.
I've now in this show.
I
Why you
never.
put salt in butts?
if they sat us in a character room and went, we want characters for Keijo that have special techniques, come up with it. I mean, the fun you could have.
Yeah.
Have you got the cleaner with the squeegee? Clean up with the squeegee.
He's a special character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end of every episode. He's there in the credits.
Fucking vibrating artist.
He'd have to be like an old man as well. It'd have to be like a 60-year-old man, just sort of
Yeah.
going
got-
around.
you know-
Completely can't appreciate what's
Yeah,
going
he
on
doesn't
around him.
You know the
Appreciate it.
stream fishing outfit? He's got one of them. ones.
yeah, like fucking
waders.
waders.
He's got fucking waders. on.
He's just Simon Cowell in a fish pants, isn't it?
Not for me, I'm afraid. No. Been doing this job for the last 12 years.
I've seen it all. all.
No, I haven't seen it all. Always surprises me, this sport. Swords in butts. Is there anything else to say on it?
No.
There really
No.
isn't.
It
is a good
what
show.
It is.
You can't get in depth with it because...
There's no
I mean,
point.
that sword got in depth.
or did it? We don't know.
How many times did you watch the credits to spot that?
No, once. I saw it
Bullshit.
first take. Hey, my eyes were fucking peeled at that point, ready for this stuff.
There's literally... apart from what's on the surface of this anime, there's nothing else.
It's not deep. There's no morals of the story. It's just funny.
There's certainly no morals in this.
Our main protagonist wants to be a cash cow. She just wants to
Yeah.
be rich.
Yeah.
She's got no underlying story. There's no backstory. There's no sob story.
Nope.
She just wants to be rich.
If you want to have a good time, just watch this.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It
to
was
watch.
my
It's great.
recommendation because we were looking for a sport anime. And instead of going to Haiku or, all the most respected sport animes, I chose Keijo.
It's a martial art form.
I feel like it should become a World Cup sport.
This is the next Olympic game. So,
It
shall
can't be done at the Winter Olympics.
It fucking can. You
And it-
fucking trust me.
and
it
it
can.
will. We're going to have a Russian character.
That's when it
come
becomes
into
a
this.
knife
When it
sport.
goes to international, because this isn't just being played in Japan. Wait until it goes overseas. Are we going to give this a rating?
Yeah,
Let's give this a rating.
God, Jim, you're always first.
What are we doing it out of 5?
No,
Ten
out
as
of 10.
always.
Out of
What?
5.
Oh, fuck.
It's this new
When have we
system.
done-
This new fandangled system.
I was thinking of IMDb, that's why I was just thinking.
That's out of 10.
Is it?
Yep.
Crunchyroll's
well,
out of 5.
Ah,
But
there
yeah.
you go. I'm going to give this a 7.5.
7.5.
Seven.
It's good. It's
7.
good for me.
Yeah. That's where it belongs.
I certainly enjoyed it, and there's nothing that I would. There's no point in changing anything because what's the point in changing the stuff
doesn't-
that?
You can't fix it because it's not broken. It knows what
No.
it is and it does it well.
It gets a 7.5 for me as well. It
Yeah.
just... You're not going to get an amazing storyline out of it, but you can't help but enjoy what you're watching. You just can't. It's
Although-
just
Let's
funny.
do what we've never done. 7.5.
You're going for a 7.5 as well?
Let's do it.
Full 7.
A full
that's it.
7.5.
So Keijo gets the Summoning Boys 7.5 out of 10.
And deserves every fucking inch.
All you summoners can join us next time, where we're going to have another chat show.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
need to come up with a way of saying this.
How not to chat on a pod.
It's no.
Another episode of
No. Let that roll off your tongue.
How Not to Chat on a Podcast.
All right, then what do you want to fucking call it?
How Not to Summon a Conversation. How Not to Summon a Chat.
Talking shit.
I mean, that would do.
How Not to Summon a Chat. Episode 2.
Throw your recommendations at us.
Yeah, give us some examples of what we can call our show. Basically, we're putting this chat in again. I know it seems a bit strange that we've had chat, then Keijo, then
It's
chat.
going in where it's supposed to go in from now
Yeah,
on.
to fix the timeline.
To fix that timeline. And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. If you've got any questions or queries or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or go to our website at hownottosummon.com, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast. I nearly missed the Discord.
Nearly.
I've been Sheeny Senpai.
I've been Jim.
I've been Grayson.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Keijo!
Those nips, though.
今日はどんな日だった何があっても私は味方